Hello everyone, Bobby Williams here, conservative Republican running for Florida Governor 2026. Please stay with me. I just got a quick question because kind of with everything in life, you call it a double-edged sword, catch-22, or two sides of every coin. So, one of my visions for Florida is pretty much stop development, and just learn to reuse what we got, quit allowing these developers come in and just clear all this beautiful land we got and just put in these houses like crazy with no fixing our infrastructure. Right now, I think our infrastructure is anywhere, you can't get an exact answer. They're saying anywhere 15 to 25 years behind schedule. So let's catch up infrastructure, let's catch up roads. But my question today is this: which side are you on? Because I get questions. I had somebody, what does your future look like if we're not doing development? Because his concern was the value of his property. So I understand everybody wants more for the money, and it's all about, sometimes it's about not just money, it's about greed and wanting more and that. But so what is your answer? What would you rather see? Would you rather be able to buy 5, 10, 15 acres, at 5, 10,000, 3,000, depending on where you are in the state, an acre? Or are you all about, I'm trying to make much money as I can, I want 30, 50, 70, 80, $100,000 an acre? Because what happens though is, when we're seeing now, is once it gets to 30, 50, 70, $100,000 an acre, you can't afford nothing. The prices of homes, even developments go up, even these small houses they're building today, you can't afford to have them either. So, which is it? I guess, it's two different people. You got people who are not just greedy, but just want to make money and make lots of money. Then you got people who just want to live, and you can kind of see both sides. You want to make it, but would you rather have individuals having 5, 10, 100? I mean, it'd be nice to be, an average middle class guy, you can afford 50, 100 acres, have your own little hunting preserve, have your own farm. I mean, right behind me, this right now, we're in the middle of a 1,500 acre plantation here, and they got a wedding venue here, but it's all woods. One house on 1,500 acres, with a chapel, to where they do wedding venues and stuff, make money. You can still make money with land, buy land cheap and make money. So which is more important? Let somebody have a small business and they can run a farm. You can sell chickens, chicken eggs, do cows, do all the farming you want. Or you can do some kind of, not citrus, but you can do pears and blueberries, or do some kind of farming, or run venues out of it, or, run something outdoorsy, having events, whatever. But what would be more important if we keep getting Florida these higher and higher prices, and everybody's worried about more and more and more? Pretty much you run the average guy out of Florida, which what we're kind of seeing. To me, I'd rather be able to afford 100, 200 acres, at a couple thousand dollars an acre. But we're not seeing that. You have to go to places like South Carolina. Sometimes you can find stuff in Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, other places, because Florida's getting outpriced. I would personally, rather see an average American citizen being able to afford 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 acres. They can have their own little outdoors. That way it preserves the outdoors. So it's my question to you: which one would you rather see? Higher value for your money, or affordable land, to keep going? So Bobby Williams here, Florida Governor, 2026, preserving Florida, preserving our ways, preserving our waterways, preserving our country and outdoors, all this kind of stuff. Love y'all, be blessed, have a great day.